What is going on, guys? I hope everyone is having a great Saturday. As promised, I will be continuing to release a video on Saturday. This Saturday is going to be a little different. I promised kind of like a piece haul video. I really haven't gotten anything in that is worth haul video material. I got 4 of these base plates in. I got a couple torsos in. Really some pieces for the water, but nothing kind of out of the ordinary. So what I'm going to do is just wait till next Saturday, because I do have 4 orders coming, which are going to be massive. Until then, what I'm going to do is we're going to create some units with these minifigs we got here. Everyone knows I've got a crap ton of these right now. Just in the black and blue style, I'm somewhere around 350. I've got another 50 of the red ones, and then I have a bunch of other of my minifigs and other stuff I'm doing too, including things like peasants and fishermen and all that stuff. What we're going to do first is knock out all these Black Falcon knights. This week I will be creating about 3 or 4 units, just trying to knock some of the pieces I have down. I want to show you all some ideas of where I'm going with this kind of stuff, show you where this thing is headed. All these minifigs will be used in the mock. It is hopefully going to not look too jumbled and just have a lot of minifigs. I realize that the minifig part is where 90% of the money is going to come in. Minifigs are not cheap, but let's get to creating some units, and as we go we will kind of show you some differences in what's going on, show you some differences in some units. All these minifigs have a purpose, and we're going to show you what that purpose is. Okay guys, this is kind of what I'm looking at. I have tons and tons of figs in here. A lot of them don't have heads, but the problem with the ones that do have heads are they're yellow. And the ones that are yellow we are getting rid of. We are going to nothing but flesh tone heads. So let's start building an army and coming up with some different kind of units. So as you can tell, now that all this is clean, I have some weapons and shields left out, but I have all of this to work with. Let's see what we can come up with. We got to get some different units. We got to get some different things in here. I don't want everything to be the same, but there will be a lot of kind of multiples. You know, I'm not going to make every single one of these different, but the units I'm going to try to. One of the other things is a lot of the Black Falcon soldiers probably are going to be kind of normal Lego pieces, where I want mine to be different. Like for instance, this, you know, is a normal battle axe, and it looks cool, but it's a lot more orient than this one. I like this one a lot better than this, so as this is liked more, it's probably going to go on one of my guys. But at the same time, when you look at this, there's stuff like this, and I kind of like this more. There's a bunch of differences there. I know for a fact all the swords that the Lord of the Rings swords are going to go with my guys. None of them will be with the Black Falcons, but there's also kind of stuff like these, the claymores. All of these will probably go with my guys also. So I'm going to try to keep the Black Falcons a little more original Lego, and a lot of mine a little bit more kind of fancy and non-Lego pieces. There will be some non-Lego pieces added to the Black Falcons, but you'll see what I'm talking about and what I do with that here in a second. But let's start creating some units. I'm going to start out with these 10. These will all be the same. We're probably just going to give these guys normal swords and normal shields just to get some figures built. These will probably just be kind of like the men-at-arms and not really, you know, knights per se. Alright guys, now that we have 20 of these, I was going to stay with 10, but I went to 20 just because I have so many figs and I don't want them to be all different. I have to have them kind of in a unit. So now that we have a unit, we have, these are, like I said, just pretty much kind of men-at-arms. They're just swordsmen. They're nobody kind of special, but let's give them a unit leader. What do you say? So now we kind of want to create the leader of this. You do want him to look a little different. You don't want him to look like the rest of the guys. Remember, he is a little more important. So I'm going to do is give him one of these special knight helmets with a plume.
kind of make him look like a crusader type deal. And I believe that is pretty much just what this unit needs. The unit only needs one other thing, and that is a bannerman. So now we kind of have the first unit for the Black Falcon army. Now that we have all these added to a base plate, let's see who we're going to put over here. Might do something a little different with these guys. Since we have the normal swordsmen, we might make these guys maybe the archers. I have a bunch of the pieces I would like to do for the Black Falcon archers. I just don't have the piece for the Dragon Knight archers. So let's see what happens. Now that we've got all this laid out, let's go ahead and get the archers together. All the archers are pretty much going to look the same. They're going to have the arrows on the back. They're all going to get a bow and arrow, and they're all going to get a head. 3 of these will be special. I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second, but let's go ahead and get the rest of these built. I'm probably going to do somewhere around 15 of these guys with another bannerman. So let's see how they turn out. Okay, one of the next things I want to do is, you can see right here, I have 3 knights left over. What I want to do with these is show them a little bit more, because these aren't just going to be sitting on a base plate. These are going to be actually used in the mock, and they're going to be in different poses and different battle scenes and stuff like that. So one of the things I'm actually going to be doing is, if you take the torsos off and very carefully pop these arms off, I've got these things called crazy arms from Crazy Brix. These are pretty cool. You insert these little pegs into the leg holes like so, and it makes it almost look like suspenders, I guess. You'll take the torso that you just took the arms off of and slide it on top. Make sure that it sits down, and you'll see in here how it kind of has the little circles. You will then take and just pop the crazy arms on. They allow it to show much better poses and things like that, and they just look a lot better in my opinion. On archer, you know, it's kind of hard to get a Lego man to hold a bow and arrow and it look like it makes any kind of sense. So what this does is this changes that. You still have to swap over the hands and everything else, but I'll show you here in a second what it looks like. Now, as you can see, this right here looks so much better. When he's on the battlefield, all you gotta do is turn his head and his helmet and put it like this, and you can move the arms up and down and actually show that he's aiming. I'm gonna be a little challenged on moving the arms up and down with these helmets on, but I will make it work. And like I said, I'm gonna do a couple of these guys for the unit, and you'll see how they turn out. Now, as you can see, the archers are done. I will be getting more archers, don't worry. I still have a lot of this set up to do. These are just going to be kind of the people that are out in the battlefield and not really at the castle defending it. You'll see how all that tends to come into play as we go. You can see these crazy arms do look much better while they're holding the bow and arrow. There will be a lot more of those to come. I am going to be buying a crap ton of that stuff to kind of change this to make scenes, make everything look better. But here we go, we got 15 archers and a flagman. So now let's add this onto the base plate. Next thing we're gonna do is create really kind of like a special unit. He's only gonna have a normal flag. We're gonna just give them axes and some heavy armor. There won't really be a leader in this. This will just kind of be almost like a run around free unit type thing, kind of like a nomad. And since they have to pretty much use 2 hands to wield an axe this big, I'm not going to be putting any kind of shields on them. They'll just have armor on the chest plates, unlike the archers did. Now, as you can see, this figure is kind of really a much more simple one to go on. But putting them like this right here, I am thinking I am probably just going to run with, here's what I'm thinking. These helmets look really cool and they look a lot better than these. My only problem with running with these are if you are running around with a big axe like that, you're going to want kind of a big view. So I kind of thought about just not having helmets on them at all, and that is where I'm kind of sitting now, is maybe putting some hair on them and letting them roll with them just being without helmets. What do you guys think? I'm probably going to go ahead and put hair on them, show no helmets, but let me see what y'all think in the comments down below. And there you have it, guys. The guys with the axes. Remember, not everyone had helmets. A lot of people just kind of ran out there in leather and stuff like that. I did give them all armor. Like I said, they are wielding big dual-handed axe, so they will need some mobility. Now let's throw these guys onto the base plate and see what we got. And guys, last one of the things I wanted to do is kind of give them almost like a scoutsman or a leader type thing. He does have a much bigger broadsword, and you can see he is flying the flag. I'm going to put him with these guys. He is just another person I created. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with him yet. He does not have on a helmet, and I kind of feel like all people that ride horses should. We can simply take this off. This is a single-sided head, so I'm going to keep it to the side because those are a little bit harder to find in what I'm using. We're going to pop on one of these guys and give this guy the ultimate helmet. Now I kind of want to change the weapon and make him more like a leader, but we'll see what happens. This is going to be the last fig that I do for the day. We've got to get some more inventory up. I got to get some more weapons, but in the process of doing all this, I have created a lot.
As you just seen, we built the first 50 minifigures. We got 3 little different units, maybe 1 big leader. All of these people kind of don't have a spot yet. Nobody really will until I get the castle design laid out. I have been working kind of, you know, all around the clock outside of work and stuff to get this design. I do have the main entrance 100% done in studio. It doesn't look anything like an actual will because I just built it out of bricks and didn't do any of the texture that's going to be there. But we do have to get this done first and the layout of the rest of the slopes. One of the orders that is coming should be the rest of the pieces I need to create the mountains. But we'll see. I might have to get some more bricks I'm going to need for some support. I have went back and reinforced a couple things that I know there's going to be weight on. As you can tell, I'm still very excited about this. We are knocking this thing out. It looks great. I really wish I could show you like a sneak peek of what all is done. But if I did that, there wouldn't kind of be a point for me to show you Monday, would there? So now you have another video to look forward to. But thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, if you like what you're watching, like and subscribe down below. Follow me on this journey. Comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like some of these soldiers. Once again, if you have a sig fig and you want it to be put in here, I'm going to, of course, not be able to fit all the minifigs on one of these base plates. There will be multiple ones. I do have a separate base plate just for sig figs that are going to be in there. Right now, I have about 4 sig figs from people. I got Chef, I got 2 from Fick and Brix, and then I got somebody that I can't really tell you about yet, but you'll see what's going to happen with them. Peace.